All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago where the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. A gain of 3, second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go. Bring the energy. Here we go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. On second down, Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Cousins now on second down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Michael Bennett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Hey, flipper.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
13. Under.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Foles. Aguilar has it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Let's go. Under.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Come here.
And once again, they go with Sproles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Foles. And he connects with Ertz. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now Foles. Screen pass to Sproles. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Ben Gideon in there to get him for a loss of 5. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They run it again with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Here's Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Let's go.
2nd down, Cousins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Cousins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defensive unit ranks 3rd in the NFL against the run. If they keep making plays like that, they might move up in the rankings, but you got to like what they're doing. Plugging up the middle, able to run to the perimeter. People just can't do much against them.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins to throw it. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Yeah, let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going long here for Wallace. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Sherrills. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They run the counter. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Line out!
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 6. That boy's got 4 down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Here's Ajayi. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. This is Ajayi. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go! Come here!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's go! Under, 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 under.
They'll set up to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Wallace. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Let's go!
Foles now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. So they took a shot on first down, but
A lot of different looks here in the first.
have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go,
So
here we
now
go, here we go.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Elliott now to kick this one away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go.
Cousins on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on first down. Airs this out for Matthews. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. Cousins going deep here for Matthews. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 20. 5-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's Foles. Dancing to his left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Go!
Foles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Foles. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Let's go.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Gets past one man. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down. The Vikings on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Yellow.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now, Philadelphia, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
His throw incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius.
13.
But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. And this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36.
13. Be alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On play action, they'll throw. Completes it to Ajayi. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Here we go.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Here we go. Gun.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Cousins. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked on by Jalen Mills. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Matthews, the intended target. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 17-3. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings.
Let's go, let's go. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Hey, we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Elliott now to kick this one away. Here comes Sherrills. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Done.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Vikings. Kendall Wright, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Darren Sproles, 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Darren Sproles, 99 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Here comes Sherrills. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go. Under. Silent. 13.
They run again with a Giant. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Greg. Under. Cadence. Greg. Watch out.
They run with a Giant. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Here comes Sherrills. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brandon Graham in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down. 380.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Let's go.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
We go. 4 down.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated because, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Philadelphia, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.